Hey guys, it's Whiskey. How are you doing today? It is Friday, July 9th, 2022, I think. This week has kind of flown by and gone kind of crazy. And the other video that's being posted today is part of Whiskey's Warriors. It's been an interesting morning already. I'm good, in case you're wondering. I'm fine. I know how to pull myself back and regroup and regather. And I'm glad I did that one before this one. Sorry, my hand's shaking today. I really need to get my stand out and start making my tripod stand follow me everywhere, but I haven't. So today's poem is actually today's life work question, the title is, and it is called What is Success? And it's by Waldo Emerson. So to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the approbation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to give of oneself, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exaltation, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. So, this is the question for today. Y'all, I swear there's no earthquakes in Texas. It's one of those days. And part of my conversion is a tremor. So holding the camera was probably not the best choice today. But the tremor's minor, and as I get busy and don't focus on it, it'll go away and it'll level out. We'll be fine. So what is success for me? It honestly has nothing to do with money. I've had to actually teach myself and learn that when you're doing what you love to do and you're putting the correct energy out in the world, monetary payment is part of the plan. And I've had to learn how to accept the fact that money is part of the deal, but I literally just want to do what I'm doing and make more money so that I can give more money away. I have the plans to start 2 not-for-profits. And success to me is to be able to be successful personally enough that I can share it and I can make a bigger impact on the world and the people around me and the people I haven't even met yet. The reason I'm sitting here with my lovely, beautiful baby, this is my 2020 Tri-Glide. She has 2,400 miles on her, maybe. She's brand new, barely broken. The seat still hurts when we go on long rides. The reason I sat with her, and some people are like, oh, there's a Harley, they're successful. And it's not even, this is my first Harley, actually. My first bike was a Suzuki Marauder. It was a VZ800. It was 450 pounds. It was the weight of a dirt bike. It rode like a dirt bike. I was actually too tall for it. I'm 5'10". And it was my baby. I called her Dirty Bitch because, and it's funny, I used to always make a joke. I named her Dirty Bitch because I always said if I had time to clean her, I had time to ride her. So that bike was always a hot mess. And what it turned out, and it's part of my success story actually, I realized years later that the reason that bike was never clean was because I literally only had time to ride it. I didn't have time to clean it. I had 2 babies to take care of. I was a single mom. I was in college full time. My second to last semester, I went to Purdue. I was on Dean's List and took 6 classes. If you've ever been to college, you know what 6 classes looks like. And I was in my practicums right before student teaching. I was insane. I look back at my things now and I don't know how I slept. I honest to God, I don't know how I slept. Besides just drive and motivation and having goals and knowing where I did want to be and where I did want to go. And that's actually success for me. I put in the work and I busted my butt and I did what I needed to do to get where I was going. And I'm still doing that. I haven't stopped busting my butt. I haven't stopped with that drive and motivation. And it's funny, I say that now because this one actually does stay clean and pretty because she's new. But look, I don't know if you can see. Can you see me writing in that dust? Yeah, I live in Texas. That's what happens when you leave the garage door open. And we're not going to do that anymore because I don't want to scratch my bike up. Right there, there's already a scratch because right after I bought it, our former senior livestock guardian dog chased a raccoon up under the cover on my bike, and the raccoon put all kinds of scratches on the tank of my bike. I chose not to leave. I actually might paint them in and make it a paw print or something. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's a cool life story for a dog I don't have anymore. But success for me is doing what I'm doing and doing what I love. And the other reason for the bike is because in this video is because of the stress of the last video, right? The shake and the jitter, and I get all kinds of different symptoms from that, and I understand it, it's okay. But I know that this bike, this big, huge piece of metal with all this power underneath it, when I get out on the road and I get out in the wind and it's just me and my bike, it's just that it's a connection that unless you do it, it's hard to explain. But I messaged my husband this morning because I was up outside at dawn and I let him sleep in. And I said, hey, enjoy your coffee and get dressed because we need to go for a ride today. I have to go clear my head and I have to go reset. And to me, that's success. I'm able to voice, hey, I've had a rough time. And I understand it was self-induced, but I still had a rough time. And it's time to reset. I need a reset. And success to me is being able to say what I need for my reset, what I need for my boundaries, what I need for my health. And I never used to ask for help. And even this isn't asking for help because I could just get on the bike and go by myself. But it's understanding that when part of the problem with PTSD and one of the symptoms of PTSD is we don't share it. We don't, not the trauma itself, but we don't share when we need support. We don't share when we need to breathe, when we need air. We try to shut that part down, and a lot of it's because we don't want to burden other people. And I'm proud of myself that I'm successful in the fact that I know how to ask for help now. I know how to go clear my head. I know how to reset and not let 7 minutes in a video from this morning ruin my entire day. You know, I cleaned up, I got most of the puffy out of my eyes. I went and reset my makeup, changed my clothes so that at least on the video on YouTube, it doesn't look like everything's recorded in the same day, even when it is. And I've learned how to move forward, right? And it's really part of my elegy, and it's absolutely my success, is this is what we do now. This is where we go now. And this is it. You know, and the last line of that poem is, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. And some days I have to realize that success is the fact that I'm breathing easier because I'm still living. So, y'all, I need to go. I'm about to get on the bike and go get in the wind and cruise and go enjoy myself, dirty bike and all. It doesn't even matter to me, right? We're gonna go cruise and go enjoy the day before it gets too stinking hot, because it's upwards of 106 and 107 still. It's almost 3 months of triple digit heat, and we just have to plan around it. So I love y'all. We will see you. The next poem release will be on Monday, and then I'm trying to decide which day I'm gonna start releasing for Whiskey's Warriors, because right now I'm just trying to get it booted and started, and then I'll get on a schedule for when the video releases will come for that one. So I love you all. We will talk to you next week, and keep on rocking.